I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. All right, I'm just gonna make sure you guys are settled so I can see you. Just saying hey to everybody. All right, so if you saw me yesterday, I'm just gonna get you guys up on my tablet so I can see what. Oh, sorry about that. So I can see what you guys are saying. So I can see when people join in. It's a little easier on my computer, so let's do it there. Let me make sure the mute is on. There we are. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead of the tablet because the tablet gets buried quickly. My desk is such a disaster today. It's not even funny. All right, I'm sorry about smacking you guys. We're gonna move you just a tad. There we go. Okay. Oh, except we're doing that flip-flop thing that I hate, but okay. I'm gonna move you that way just a little. Oh, thank you. That's the one I was looking for. Okay, it's doing that. It's doing that flip-floppy. I'm trying to figure it out because you guys are flip-flopped, and I'm trying to figure out. I can't get you back through this camera, which is annoying, but okay. I will try. Okay, I know what's my child's going through there. Okay. All right. So yesterday, what happened there? Oh, that's that one little rip that I was going to stick something on. So yesterday we were decorating this junk journal over on Instagram. So if you want to check the beginning of how I decorated and everything, and me about losing my mind trying to find just some paper for the inside, you can go check that out on my Instagram. It's at Misfit Crafter. But I am Monique Leslie, Misfit Crafter everywhere. Ignore the very swollen hands that I'm just realizing my hands look stupid swollen today. But here's where we are so far. So it's just a small little junk journal that I wanted to decorate. And there's a little pocket right here. And this is page 1. It's not together yet. So this is the outside part so far. This one's going to be page 1 and page 2 of this little interactive flip journal. And this little piece here just opens like that. And then you have these two guys, which I kind of messed up on a little bit. And this opens like this. It's because this one should have been opening down, but I wasn't paying attention. And I put it the wrong way because I was in a hurry. And I am using, I found like a stack of, the whole thing that got me started on this, I should say, was that I have these stacks and stacks and stacks of 12 by like 4 strips that I have of all this paper that was from all these different projects. So I ended up with these piles, and I mean giant piles. This is just a little piece of it, of all these strips of paper. And I'm like, I need to be able to make some albums out of all of these strips because I have tons of them. So I figured I could probably make a ton of albums out of them. I said, all right, well, since they are the size they are, 4x6 type of album would be perfect. And then this is the other side, and this one's got a piece of something stuck to it. There we go. This one's just held together by tying it. And then this one has like a little accordion fold out. This is the one that gave me so many problems yesterday. I think I was tired by the time I was doing this one. And I ended up like about losing my mind trying to find paper for this part. But I think it's okay. But the papers that I am using, a lot of it comes from a very old Heidi Swapp album, or Heidi Swapp paper pad that I had a long time ago. that I had used for my daughter's 6th birthday. Mind you, she just turned 16. So 10 years I've been holding on to these papers, and I just need to go through them and completely waste them all. But that's the second page. Now there is a pocket here, and there's actually a pocket back here on this little flip out. So that's that page. So today I wanted to finish by doing page 3 and 4 and just finishing the cover. And these are the pieces for that. And this one is actually going to have a little flip out right here, and then like a little waterfall drop down. Now this I got the idea, and I can't think of her name right now, but I will link her. I will link her YouTube in the description later of where I got the base of this. But if you like, I'll later on do like my version. I did only just some slight tweaks to it, not much. Mostly it's exactly her design. And then there's going to be like a little pocket right here on this little flip down too, like that. So it's pretty interactive, which I really like, but the base is really cute. But like I said, I wanted to use up like all my papers because there's so many of them that are that size. And then yesterday, like after I finished this, I was like, well, I want to make one more at least base or something. And I about lost my mind trying to do this one because I had seen that someone had did one with the binder rings. And for the life of me, I could not figure out the measurements on how to get the binder rings in here. So I had the worst time trying to get them in here, and I finally found a video where somebody actually got them in there correctly and like told you how to measure it, because everybody else had either a tool already that I don't have, or didn't say exactly how they got them in there. They're just like, we'll put them in there, but didn't tell me how. So this one's not going to be the greatest. It's going to probably be my tester now because I messed it up so many times, being so frustrated. I put things on backwards and upside down from the way I really wanted it, and then my paper cracked. Although I really love the way the paper was coming together, it cracked. I got rips and everything else. It's too funny. And it's very flimsy because I forgot to double out my board. So this is kind of, I guess, going to be my practice one. It's cute though. So I'll probably make one of those later now that I figured it out. So the good thing was that during the downtime, I found some of the papers that I wanted. So I found out that I still have a very, very small bit left of this Heidi Swapp paper pad. And then there's some other papers like mixed in here. But I really like it. Actually, I'm not sure. This is actually not the Heidi Swapp paper pad. Is it? Yeah, it is. This is the Heidi Swapp. This top part is the Heidi Swapp paper pad. The rest is not. But I have all these like leftover papers from that paper pad that never got used. So we're going to use them up today in this. And maybe now I can switch out what I wanted on the inside. Because I have a lot of these from that one's not, but the rest of these. I have a lot of these guys from the paper pad. I really love this paper pad. I wish they would remake it or something similar, but we are going to decorate the inside now. Here's this part. I love this one rose piece, and the only other thing close enough to it is this, but it's not going to fit on anything, unfortunately. So we're going to use what I've got. So I like that little part right there. Oh yeah, I see. This is the only part that doesn't belong in it. The rest of this is the Heidi Swapp paper pad. This is the last of what I have left. Because I had used it for my daughter's birthday, I had actually gotten, I had bought like 2 or 3 of these paper pads because all her decorations were made from it. I made banners and crowns and just about everything else to decorate it with that. And it was so cute. I'm thinking this part right here, I'm going to put right there. Alright, we're going to put these aside for right now. Oh, but then it won't show. Okay, now we're not going to do that because this is going to be this. That won't show. So this can definitely cover this. That one then instead can be this front one here. Yep. Okay. So I'll put that aside for a moment. I'm going to put this over here. I also went and gathered up as much tape as I could because I realized I was using up all my tape, which is good because I actually need it. Sorry, it's blowing out the dust out of some of these grids. I'm trying to keep it clean. It's newer. I'm trying to use up like all these old paper, all this old tape that I've just kind of hung on to. Because I've had it for so long and I never finished using it because I'd use something else. I'm in the middle of just trying to clean up this room, use all of my bits and pieces as much as possible. All right, I gotta remind myself of all the sizes. Sorry about that. I have the window open because again, it's another nice day finally here. It's been freezing for days and it's finally, today is supposed to be a high of like 78, they said, or something. All right, so yeah, this one's 3 3/4 by 6. So we're gonna do this one 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, so 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're gonna go 5 1/2 here. Hopefully we get everything in here with the 3 1/4. Oh, we are not going to make it. Okay, so I'm going to have to adjust this just a little to make it all fit. I'll cut off some of this end instead. There. By 3 1/4. There we go. Perfect. All right. So that should cover this front nicely with the pretty little border. That looks cute. All right, now this inside, thinking of using this one on the inside. I want to make a thinner border, I think, for these. So it should be about the same measurements, except I'm going to do 3 1/2 instead. 5 3/4. I had previously corner rounded these edges because I was going to use them on another side. So that's why I have some of them done and corner rounded. So I'm going to go ahead and corner round them again. So there you go. I love this tool. It's like We Are Memory Keepers, like all in one. You can do everything with this thing, which is cool. Go, because it has its own little built-in corner rounder. There we go. All right, 2 insides. Now I need the middle, which I think I'm actually going to use this for the middle. And the middle, though, is going to be 4 by 6. All right, so 3 3/4 and by 5 3/4. It's already at 5 1/2, so this one's going to be a little smaller. So this one's going to be 3 1/2. It's going to be a little smaller. There we go. Yep. All right, let's corner around these guys too. today is definitely going by much smoother because yesterday I could not make any of these decisions. It was driving me nuts. There we go. Perfect. I like it. So that's going to be that. Now I just need this one. And I want it to complement this a little. And I've been wanting to use this one blue one that says remember. And I'm hoping that'll fit. Let's see. Okay, in order to make it fit, I want this one to be really out there though. So, thinking if I go right against that line, 3.5. Just about does it. Okay, and that's 6. So I'm gonna do 5 3/4. And I think I'm gonna chop the top off. 5 3/4. Give me a little bit of a border. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And do I want to corner around this one? I don't think I want to corner around this one. I like it like that. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a half corner round. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, and on the opposite side. There we go. Okay. Let's put those together. All right. I have so many little tapes that are loose. It's ridiculous. There we go. Dust or something stuck on it. Got a weird little piece right there. Ah, dang it. I got a piece of hair. It's a tiny piece. It'll be buried. But still, I hate when that happens. There we go. I swear there must be lint in this thing. Things keep falling out of it. Okay. This is the cover. That's so cute. All right. I'll do this inside. All right, now for this inside though, this is where my magnets are gonna go. So I marked them ahead of time, which is a great tip from the person that did this. Marked it ahead of time of where I'm going to need magnets so that I remember to put the magnets in, because if I don't, I'll forget to put the magnets in, which would be really bad. I need to learn off to like pull everything off and just brush my desk off so I don't get all these little bits stuck everywhere. But I never do that. Okay. So this guy is going to end up right about here. So I can put my magnets right about there. That should be fine. Okay. So I'll put a magnet there. I'll put a magnet there. just going to smooth this out like that. Have my magnets over here sitting on the camera thing so I don't lose them. I'm just going to stick one on there, stick one on there, and then because the magnets are there, I'm going to add a little glue along the edges of this guy. Along the middle, just to make sure the edges get held down nicely. So I put a smaller edge. Okay, there we are. And I'm just going to go from behind and smooth that out as much as possible without over smoothing where the magnets are, because I hate when I can see the bump from them as much. There we go. And then now we're going to need to put the magnets over here. So I'm going to get those magnets. The hardest part is getting them separated. There we go. Find it. There we go. Okay. There's the two magnets there. Okay, and either I'm seeing things or I have lost my glue dots. Where did they go? Yesterday I wasn't going to use them because they were the uber tiny kind. And I was like, well, it's just replacing it. Should still work. But now I've lost them. Probably because of all this giant mess. Oh, duh. And I'm a dork. Okay. Here's the scraps. I just this morning said, let me go find the big glue dots. And I did, and I forgot I did. I don't know what I have these from. I think I was doing a class with kids, so I got these because they are not very good about giving pieces of strips of glue dots to. So I ended up getting these, and they're colorful so they can see them. You can see, like, there's a pink one. I don't know if you guys can see those. But there's like a pink one and a blue one. So they have just a little tint of color to them so you can find them easier. So these ended up being kind of helpful when I'm working with kids. Alright, so let's put that little glue dot on that one. Peel that right off. And then we're going to get this glue dot. Okay, the neighborhood's usually pretty quiet. Even on weekends. It doesn't usually start getting noisy until the night. Hey guys, I can hear you. Simon. Sorry about that, guys. There's no door to this room, so you can hear everything in the hallway. So there we go. And that's up. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add these two panels. All right, and there we go. And fortunately, I love this room. And for the most part, the kids are pretty good about being quiet if I'm doing anything live, but every once in a while, they still make noise. All right, so let's go ahead and just get this in here. Just to give it a little extra push down. All right, there we go. Which way do I want this? Yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm doing it upside down so it looks a little better for the camera for you guys. So I keep having to remind myself which way's upside down and which way is not. All right, so there we go. Yeah, I don't know how many times that I've forgotten to put the actual magnet in and I have to like kind of rip it apart a little bit. That's always fun. All right, there we go. There, see now the magnet closes that part. All right, let's add the two insides. Like I said, I'm only adding the glue where I have the magnet. So let's put the other side. We're so close to being done with this guy finally. Telling you, yesterday I was about to lose my mind trying to do this thing because my brain just was not making decisions. There we go. Just smooth that out. Get that middle piece on. Oh, excuse me. Okay, downfall of it being spring and me opening the window. The allergies go crazy. And I did not take an allergy pill today because they make me so groggy. All right. And now this middle piece. Oh, that's a little low, but okay. All right. So now we got that side. So now I just have to do this side, which is our waterfall. Okay. So on the front of the waterfall, though, I'm putting a little pocket, which I don't have to, but I want to because I want to put this paper here on here. All right. So this guy here is 2.5 by almost 3.5, not quite there. So I'll just do 2 by 3.25. Wait, 2.5, 2.25. 2.25 by 3.25 is what I'm gonna do. Yep. So 2.25 by 3.25. That's not gonna work. I keep trying to use that tiny guy, and I keep forgetting it only has like 2.5 inches on it. All right, so 2.25. Trying to see what's going to give me the most of the flowers. By 3.25. I'm going to try to get as much flower in there as possible. That's good. Okay. That's pretty. All right. Put that aside. Put that guy on. And I do switch a lot between glue and paper. Just depends on the paper itself and what I'm putting on. Like to make the guts, it's usually, or make the base, it's usually the tape because it's really strong. But when it comes to adding like these pieces that I know I might have to wiggle a little, it's glue. Unless it's very thin paper, which I really hate because then it's hard to put stuff on top. Like I was kind of surprised the paper that I was using for that other 3-ring binder thing that I was trying to do, it was really, it was a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. How cute is that? And then I can put a little sticker across this after. Oh shoot, I put a little glue on it. This thing saves you so much. It's just a little glue eraser. I got a little piece of glue right there. You just have to be careful not to rub too hard, or else you can end up just rubbing out the paper with the glue. But that's so cute. I like it. All right, so I think for that one then, the background is going to be a solid. Oh, and I just found one of my favorite parts, the Pokey Dotty. All right, so I either want it to be polka dot, which is super cute. Well, I might hold that for the inside. Or, and I know the goal was to do as many, I like that. That's really pretty. Actually, that one might be the inside better. And then there's a stripe. Go through the stripe. I know the goal was to use as many of my scraps as possible, but I knew I was going to have a little bit of a problem with some of the longer parts. I am double checking my scraps though. But if I'm not mistaken, the hard part was going to be to find one wide enough. There are some cute ones. It might work. This one's actually really pretty. And it's wide enough. And that would look really pretty. I think I'll use this one. Alright. That way I make sure I'm actually using my scraps. Put that to the side. Always running out of room after a while. Okay. Let's see. So this guy, try not to lose my pieces. This guy is about 3.5, and there's a little bit of an extra fold right here to account for the bulk that's going to be underneath, because it's only a waterfall underneath. So 3.5 by 5 3/4. So I'm going to do 5.5 by 3 1/4. So 5.5 by 3 1/4. Go. That should look good. Yep, that'll be cute. And that's just going to sit over it like that. I'm not going to corner around these guys though. And because this paper is so thin, which I'm very surprised, it's so hard to find like actual paper, like pattern paper. It's always cardstock. And then when you find a thinner cardstock, it's made funny. So it sometimes won't fold nicely. And this is the paper that I miss because it folds nicely, which is really great for covers and things. Junk journal, stuff like that. But it's so difficult to find now. Gosh, and last night, not having enough light. Oh, wait. It is so not centered. I don't have to leave it. It got stuck really hard. That was the hard part. Black on black is so hard to see sometimes, and now it's all crooked. Oh well. You can't notice it quite as much once you put the pocket on, I hope. All right. We're going to give this pocket some tape. Actually, no. We're not going to use tape for this guy. We're going to use glue. It's definitely easier with glue on this one. Yeah, I love this room because it has 2 giant windows. and one tiny one off to the side. The problem is the sun never actually comes in directly through it, like ever. It comes in either off from the side, and you kind of get light from the front of it, but the light from the front of it is like, I don't know, muted, I guess. So it's like bright, but not. It's very strange. I'm hoping I can move this just a little. Oh, this one's coming out all crooked. Oh well. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to remember. It's not a big deal. I saw another one. There it is. A little plastic from the thing. Alright, so that's our little flip down. Alright, so we need paper in here, and I think I'm just going to use the same paper for the inside, just to cover it. Make sure that's down. It felt like it was coming up a little. There we go. And then I always like to go in there and just check it. Make sure I don't have any glue stuck anywhere on the inside. Just press it down a little more. Yep, that seems good. Okay. So we'll do another one on the inside. Do I want the same? Do I want something different? Let's see. Let's use up some more scrap, shall we? I love this one, but I don't think it matches. Do I have another one? See, I love this one, but because the heart's that way, I can't use it. I wonder if I can cut it off enough that the heart doesn't show. Because I love it. It's so cute. And I'll just look like a medallions right there. But I might have to cut it a bit. Let's see. What do we say? 3 1/4 by 5 1/4? No. 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let's try. Let's see if it'll work. Still gonna show a ton of it. I could take it in more. Let's see. We'll see. Oh, you know what I could have did, which I'm not done, but oh well. Could have just left it that thick and just added an embellishment on there. Okay, so the way it's gonna pop, this is actually the bottom, so here's where the pocket is, and it's gonna go down like this. So I want it to be kind of like that. That's not too bad, I suppose. And then you can put a little sticker and embellishment right here. Okay. I think it'll be fine. I know some people love this ATG gun and other people hate it. I've always loved it. I have 3 of them actually. I had one, I forget why I got one, like on like the as is section or something once, so I was able to get one real cheap. And the first one I ever bought, I got it with the coupon way back when. I think when they had like a special, shoot, you know what I forgot? See what I forgot? I'm a dork. This is when I forgot the magnet because I wasn't paying attention to my own note that I needed to add a magnet. And here's what we do when we forget to put the magnet. my spatula. I'm trying to lift it up very carefully, but I was trying. One of my spatulas. There. That's fine. Okay. Just making a little tucky spot for my magnet so I can get it. This is my last magnet. I was like pre-prepped all my magnets. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just trying to get that last little magnet over there. And my little guy of stuff. And my little scrap sitting over here. Let's go ahead and get a glue dot on him. Get a glue dot on him so we can get him in there. Just far enough so I can move him in. Okay. Because man, when this HHE stuff wants to go down, it will go down. Okay, there we go. Rescued it. Yay. Okay. It's in. Okay, so that means we need to get the next one in there too before we forget. There we go. All these scraps out of the way. This looks like a disaster. Okay. Okay, we're good. Phew. The worst is when I end up using glue and I forget. That's bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy on there. Push that down. Leave that on there for a second so I can figure out what we're going on in here. So whatever's back here needs to contrast this. So I'm thinking that one needs to be a pinky color because we already have yellow on the inside. We have blue on the outside. So I'm thinking stripe pink. I know I'm going to end up finding like all these other pieces that I was thinking about that I forgot later on. I know I said I was going to use the polka dotty one. We are going to use this stripe because this is going to look super cute behind this. Yep. All right, so we need to cut this. And I need to make sure, yep. The only thing is these little papers get everywhere. Okay, this one is already the genuine 4x6. And I'm going to make this one a very thin border. So we want 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So 3 3/4. Five and 3/4. And corner. Okay, I know I'm going to 6, but it's because that edge is like beat up. This is an old stack that's been around for a while. Some of my stacks corners are kind of beat up. And usually I don't really care if it's a little beat up, but this one was a lot of beat up. So it was not going to lay well and likely end up peeling up the way that it was. Look at this. Oh, you guys probably couldn't see it, but there was another one of those little plastic from the glue dots. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and place that inside now. And we need to put the magnet down though. Okay, so then this one I have to be careful about because this one has a little wall here. So when I place this magnet, it has to be with that up. So I pushed it back a bit to make sure that it's going to be up when it hits it. There we go. And we're going to add just a little glue to this section to hold it in really nicely because of the magnet. So I only add glue, an extra bit of glue if there's going to be a magnet or something really popped up or something, so it doesn't come out. Okay. There we go. We're just going to smooth that out. And the glue I'm using is the art glitter glue, and I'll link it. If you guys want to grab yourself a bottle, I always buy myself the giant bottle like this. So it's the art glitter glue. I just buy the big bottle. It's like, I think the big bottle is like, was it like $15 or something like that? But it lasts forever. And I just put them in these little, these were Martha Stewart's glitter glue bottles. And I put them in here because it has a nice thin tip. But any thin tip bottle, a lot of times if you buy the big bottle, they have packages where you can get the little bottle with the little tip and like needle, so you're able to get it out easier. Yeah, see, I mean, I notice it, but whatever. Look, very cute. So it'll open like that. Nice and cute. Okay. So right now we have our little flip down now, all nice and done. And then we have this part all nice and done. So now it's just a matter of putting in our waterfall now. Okay, so these are the waterfall pieces that are going to go in here like that. And we're just going to basically put them up against each other. I want to see where kind of the middle ends up on this to make sure they come out straight as possible. Let's see, so that okay. Here's one little thing I do to help me to keep them as straight as possible when I'm doing a waterfall is to tape the waterfalls together so they stay straight when I put them on, because sometimes the way that they are actually scored are not as straight as we think, and then when you put the waterfall together, they sometimes don't look quite straight, or at least for me they don't. And I'm just making sure they're nice and crisp and flat as much as possible. And then I'm going to just line up each one of those edges as much as possible. It's alright if there's a tiny gap between them. You just wanted a huge gap, and you don't want them on top of each other. And then I'm making sure that they're all nice and lined up like that. And then I'm just going to go over to this side and just add a little bit of purple tape. Yes, I still have the purple version. I forget what the new version's called, but it's basically a very low tack tape to help hold things together. And then I'm just going to go in here and add my glue to each one of these. And then I'm going to have to do them one by one. And they're already lined up. And then I can place them centered way better than if they were doing them one by one. So now I can see where they're going to fall a lot better. Got a little glue spillage right there. All right, once I have that, as much as I can, take off that tape. Go in here and just burnish them all down now. Remember, there's the magnet under there, so it's kind of getting in the way a little bit. So I had to make sure that I was careful about it. Only spot there's no magnet, but these other two are hitting right on top of the magnet. And then they're also hitting from the magnet on the other side. So there we go. So they're nice and perfectly centered and put in place. And then the magnet right there is still holding it. Even though it's behind it, it's still strong enough to hold it, which is nice. Now I'm going to add one more piece of paper on here, and hopefully that magnet is still strong enough, because if not, I might have to add an extra magnet on top of the paper, which I don't really like, but they're pretty strong, and you don't need them super strong. It's just enough to hold it in place a little bit. All right, so now we need 6 more papers to go on here. And this part might be a little easier. And then they'll finally be done, and I can put it together. All right, so we have that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, do I have one more? These are all my cut aparts. And I'm trying to see if I have another Heidi Swapp one. I'm hoping I have another Heidi Swapp one buried in here somewhere. I don't think I do. I'll have to make one out of another one. That's 5 of them. Oh, here we go. I just might have that one. Mini book. This was the other reason. I have so many cut aparts. It's ridiculous. But I think that's it. That'll work. There are 6. That are already perfectly cut. So it is perfect. Love it. Easy. Easy peasy. Is always great. These will just tape. I think it's going to flip up a lot. I like to make sure that I get the tape pretty close to the edge, because eventually they might start coming up on the edges. At least in my opinion, they do. All right. Okay, so going sideways again. Okay, so those of you who don't know, I have a weirdness with my eyes. It's called macular degeneration, but it's only on one eye. It's very odd, and very odd when I got it, but it sometimes makes me see line's kind of wavy, so when I'm trying to center things, it makes it a little hard to see where they are because it throws off my straight line. So I'm always seeing things kind of weird. Okay, that's good. And I love stripes and lines, but sometimes it's a little hard to center. Where do these little pieces of lint keep coming from? Okay, probably from my sweater, duh. What's really annoying is I used to be really good at centering things. Oops, that was a little low, but that's okay. Don't really notice it. Yeah, let's do it like that. No, it's too much. I'll do this one. Yep, okay. Love that it's coming together so much easier today than it was yesterday. Now see, this is one I tell people that ask me, how do they price their products? Do you see how long it takes to put one of these guys together? It's going a little too far down. That's all right. I'll just cut off the little edge. Or hide it with another one. Yeah, but with pricing, sorry, I always go off on tangents like that. Yeah, people are always asking, like, how do you price your things? Well, how much time are you putting into this? Pretty sure it's a lot. And not to mention the materials. Some people ask, like, why do certain things cost that much when I sell my own things? Well, it takes a while. And I don't choose, I'm not, like, saying, like, all my trying to decide parts. It just takes time. Most of this actually came together really well. I didn't have to really choose a whole lot. It still took me so far about an hour to get it all together. All right. These little parts are great for like journaling, adding small pictures. These were all slightly different in size, so some of them are taking up the whole page and some of them are not. It looks so cute on top. Okay, last one. And then I can start assembling the book together and then just adding stickers and embellishments. And then of course there's the cover. The cover sometimes is super easy because I have a cover in mind ahead of time, and sometimes it's really hard. Oh, my fingers are swollen today. Yesterday I was so aggravated that when I stretched, I ended up pulling a muscle in my neck or something, and I had an extremely stiff neck most of yesterday, which is very annoying. Or for the rest of the night, because I did go live late yesterday. Alright, so there we go. Let's see how well that magnet's holding up. Yep, still holding pretty well through all that layer of paper. Okay, so yeah, see there's some tugs still. We have our little pocket now, and the cute little thing where we're gonna put something there, and then our little flip up. How cute is that? I love it. And then you just pull that down with the little waterfall. Pop that up. If you really wanted to, you could put a whole waterfall mechanism if you really wanted to, but this one's easy. It's just a quick flip up and it's cute. If you wanted to, you can also put little stickers here. Whenever I have like a blank area like this, sometimes I'll put a little sticker down here. If not, I'll just leave it. It's not a big deal, but it's so cute. And I don't mind the variation in edges. I think it gives it just a little better dimension. So I don't mind when it's a little bit different. So there's that. Here's the other side, the quick little pocket. This one's great for like bigger things. So they can label. There's a little label here so they can label like the date. Add a little bit of journaling with the date and another little photo. This is perfect for a little Polaroid or something. And then some bigger pictures on the inside. Because remember, the paper in the back, a lot of times I'm careful about what I choose because I know a lot of it might get covered up by photos. So I'm a little careful with that part. All right, so now that we have got our signatures all done, there was a little rip in this paper, but I wanted to be able to use it. So I figured that's going to end up with the stickers. Okay. But here are all our pages. It's literally 2 signatures. So it's only 4 pages, but there's a lot going on, which is cool. All right. So what we're going to do now is add these. Now, the only thing was some of this tape, I added a little bit lower than I wanted to, but that's okay. I have a solution for it. This guy. This guy is the little powder tool from We Are Memory Keepers. Like, this is like the old original one too. I think they've made another one that's shaped a little different now. Okay. So what we are going to do now is just pull off this tape. And I don't want to push it all the way down. So I need to be very careful when I put this on. So this has a pocket. And I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to only go down so far because I don't want it all the way to the edge so it has some room to actually move. So I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch at the bottom before actually attaching it. There we go. There's just the tiniest lip of a little like leftover on the bottom. Now, and it's up to you if you want to decorate before or after attaching. Sometimes it's just easier to decorate before and then attach it. Sometimes it's easier after. So I'm just really pushing it in as much as I can along that hinge part. Okay, so right here I have a little bit of that glue sticking out. Okay, so I'm going to get this guy, which is just powder, and run through here just so that none of that is sticky anymore. And then once you're done, just get a little tissue and just wipe that off. There we go. I'll leave like a little bit of a powdery mark, but you don't really notice it. It's not too bad. Plus you can always put washi tape down here, whatever you want. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. The other side's not too bad. There's not a lot sticking out. You might be able to just remove it. There we go. Just a little bit along that edge, but not much. But this is a good idea to do because it will get, if not, you can end up with like little lint buildup and stuff right there, which never looks good. There we go. You need to run it with your nail or scissor or something to try to tuck in some of that part that got stuck out there. All right. That's one. All right, let's do the other one. I'm trying to figure out if I want, no, I want this side. Yeah, because that's already bulky right there. Okay. Yeah, see down here, this one's a little low. If you can try to pull up some of that tape before. It doesn't always work though. And you can go in here and pull this off later, but it's hard. I mean, it's not too bad, but sometimes it's a little hard. But what I do is make sure I put my hand in here and like really open it up when I'm doing it. And so that it doesn't get stuck right away. And I know it's a little hard to see it, but on camera, I'm trying to get it so it's not all the way down, but even. About there. It's about right. Okay. We're just gonna smooth that out at the bottom. Yeah, you can hear the squeaking. That's where the tape is like really low. This is the one that I taped it off really bad. Okay. But it'll still hold it. There's plenty of tape to hold it, so that's not a problem, but it's way down there. Okay, I'm just squishing it. All right, so now we'll just get the little powder to make sure that any tape that is sticking out, you do this. Run it through there. Just go in there, wipe it, and clean it up a bit. That way it's no longer sticky. And the tape will absorb like the powder pretty well. And then if you want to, like, this one has a lot, so you can go in there and try to scrape it off, but you run the risk of also scraping up your paper a lot. So just be careful if you're going to do that. You don't want to scrape your paper and then cause it to be able to just rip off really easy. This one I'm trying to tuck it just a little without trying to scrape the paper underneath. It's working a little bit. But yeah, I mean, to avoid it all is just be really careful where you put your tape, but I wasn't paying attention at the time. And now I'm stuck having to fix it. But I'll fix more of that later. So now we have our book together. The only thing left, like I said, is going to be the cover and whatever I want to be my closure. But let's go ahead and take a look at it on how it looks now. All right, so far, all nicely. I was a little disappointed right here. My paper cracked right here, which I was surprised. But so far we have a little tuck spot right here. So we have a little pocket. Let's do this so we can see how that pocket will work. This little tea thing. So it's a pretty good sized pocket because this is a tea bag holder. So you can put whatever you want right there, tags, more stickers, things like that. It's a cute little tuck spot. That's the one that I have to fix. Right here, there's just a couple magnets holding this together. These flip out like that. Like I said, this is the one where I did these a little backwards-ish. Like that. These pop up. This one should have popped down, but I guess it really doesn't matter. You can have it pop up, down, out again, however you want. It doesn't really matter. But it's nice. Like I said, I got the base idea from another crafter. Like I said, I cannot remember her name right now, but I will definitely link it in the description later on where I got the idea from. It was an old one because it was a Christmas album. But yeah, so and then you have another little spot right here. So you can add more cards, which in here, this part was going to be the fun part because that I have plenty to put in there. Because I have all of these cut aparts from the Heidi Swapp collection. It should be perfect for those areas with just a tiny trim. They will all fit nicely in there. Let's see. They almost fit perfectly, but they're definitely going to need just a little trim. And I think on each one, I might back them with some black paper just to make them thicker, and then put a little ribbon so that they can pull them out. But these are going to be perfect. There's only 2 spots. Or do these like back to back like that, so that these can just be popped in and out. These are going to be so cute. Okay. And then we have this spot. This was like, this one gave me such a headache yesterday. I'm not super happy with the paper I picked, but oh well. That one pops out like that, and then like that. But there is also, just so you can see, there is also another pocket back here, in here. So that's going to end up being a bookmark for sure. There's a little tuck spot back there. Yeah. This is one where I used almost none of the Heidi Swapp. Actually, I used none of the Heidi Swapp paper on that one. And that's probably why I'm not as happy with it, but oh well. As a key. Don't be surprised I rip it apart and put it back together, but I'm going to try not to. All right, and then we got this side. There's a couple of magnets just holding these little guys together. There we go. I like that little sound. But yeah, this one's just an easy one. And then there's another pocket right in here that'll open up there. And then we have this part with the little thing right here, and this opens here. And then these just open right up. And I apologize. I keep forgetting that this dumb thing is recording upside down today. All right, right here, right here, 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 there. So you can see how it really looks. Like that, then like that, and then the thing is up here. We'll tie that up in a sec. And then this opens like this. And then this one has that opens down. And then each of these just flip up. And there's another magnet holding that guy, which I'm surprised that it's holding through all those layers, because the magnet is all the way back in here. Like it's right there. So it's going through that paper, this whole thing, and this whole thing, and it's still catching, and behind here, and it's still catching, which I'm very surprised. I love these magnets. I will link them for sure. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, and it did. Then we just have this back spot, which a lot of times on one area of the book, so right here, because there's a pocket, I'm not going to put anything right here. But usually when there's a blank area like this, I like to put just a little plate so that they can date it or write anything they want in it. So that is cute. So now all we have to do is figure out the cover. And because I didn't use this on the inside, I think the cover is going to be this polka dot, because I really like the scraping right here that is on it. Yep. And this part's going to be the spine, because you might not be able to see it, but you can kind of see a streak right here. There's some yellow writing like in between there. That's probably going to be the spine. And then we'll just do the back out of the rest. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, so we'll do that real quick. So we are going to cut it at 4 by 6, basically. 4 by 6 and 1 by 6. 4 by 6 and 1 by 6. Wait, do I want it just 1? Yeah. Yeah, 4 by 6 and 1 by 6. Okay, let's do it. definitely want this. Even though the paper is supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be at the top, and it's like it's written across the side. But I like that. Okay, so everything needs to be 6 inches. And I also cut the 6 inches first. 6. We're going to do the 4 by 6 for the front cover. Another 4 by 6 for, I want that spine though. Okay, let's see. So, if I do this, I might have to use this for that because I want this part of the spine. All right, so it's going to be a 1 by 6 for the spine. I think I'm going to do 1 and just bare minimum thicker, but it's because it's kind of hard to see, like I said, on camera, but there actually is a really cool part right there. And then another 4 by 6 out of this guy for the back. We know this should be already 6 inches because it should be a 12 by 12. All right, and then there's the back cover. Okay, I'm trying to be good about this. I really am. I'm trying not to make giant messes. That sure is not easy, of course. It's never easy not to make a giant mess. I have all of these scrap pieces cut right here. And I hate them showing all over the place. All right, there we go. Nice and cleaned up again. All right. You still see some of that mess, but that's okay. All right, so, oh, let me tie this back up, just get it out of my way. I'm going to trim that ribbon later. I just haven't trimmed it yet because I'm making sure I really like it, but oh well. All right, so let's get this guy on here. Debating if I want a corner rounding. Actually, I don't want to round it, but I definitely want a cute corner edge. And perfect thing for it. I love this corner edger. It is from Memory Makers. No, Creative Memories. Which somebody's probably going to have to tell me if they are still around, because I think they are. I think the company's still around. I think there are still reps and stuff. I got this one, I think, from my mother-in-law, though. But I love this guy because it makes a really cute corner. See, it's more like a little, just a little extra fancy, but not too fancy. And it doesn't take off a giant chomp out of it. Just got to make sure you line it up nicely. There we go. That is cute. I like that. This one I might have to glue though because it's a little bent right here on the paper. Now this whole edge of the paper is bent a little, so I want to make sure that lies down nicely. So glue is definitely the option for this one. So I can get that edge to lay down nicely. There we go. Whenever you have glue, please make sure that you just flatten it out nicely. Distribute it while it's drying. This is why you want a fast drying glue, so you can distribute it while it's drying and it doesn't get a chance to soak into the paper and create bumps. And I'm rubbing out a bump that was like in there already. Nice. Cool. All right. Next part. Back. And I like it because it's just easy. Doesn't hurt my fingers. I don't know, whoever made these, like blade and everything in it, or the punch part of it is great. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's top, that's the bottom. Okay. This one isn't too bad, but because I did it with the other one, there's a little pucker hole right there that I'm going to have to flatten out. Okay, make sure. I always like triple check to make sure I'm not putting things upside down. Not a big deal. You probably never notice the top and the bottom of this particular piece of paper because it's really hard to see, but I will see it and I will always know it, and it's annoying. Okay, we're just flattening it out. You really don't need a special tool or anything to do this. If you have an old gift card, an old credit card, anything, part of your ruler, you can do this with. I don't even know where I got this one. I think it came with something else that like I bought, and it came with it. I think it came with a roll of vinyl that I bought on Amazon or something. All right, and I'm just flattening all that out because there was a little pucker mark somewhere. I must have got it out because I don't see it anymore. Well, the paper must have got hit at one point or another a long time ago. Very nice. Very nice. I feel something right here. How, no matter what, a piece of glue always gets somewhere. All right, there we go. Okay. Still feel it. Okay, that's fine. This one, I'm not going to corner around this. I think I'm just going to leave that one like that. I'm definitely going to do glue because it's a strip and it's small. And it'll give me time to move it around, just barely. But it'll give me time to move it around in case it's not quite centered. All right. And this one, cannot see which way the lettering is. Hopefully I put it on correctly. Trying to really make sure I have it on there straight as possible. All right. I knew I might get a little residual glue that comes out of it. All right, there we go. How cute is that? Look at that. Very cute. Okay. What I wish I had was just one more thing to put in the center, but oh well. Okay, so next we'll be decorating. How much time do we have left? Try not to go over 2 hours. We got about 40 minutes, a little under 40 minutes. left to decorate. So this is the Simple Vintage Cottage Fields by Simple Stories, which I thought would be perfect for this. It's very cute. Oh, and I forgot to bring, I think I forgot to bring it. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it. Some ephemera pieces, some little cutouts I'm gonna grab. Small to tiny paper clips. Don't need pouches. It looks like Halloween. Okay. Do need this and that. Okay, if you're joining me and I'm not there, I apologize. Step away for a second just to grab a few bits to add. Okay. Right. I spent a very, very, very long time organizing these boxes. And I apologize, they're going to get in the way for a moment. Just while I grab a couple things out of them. But I'll show you what I did. So I love these boxes. These are boxes from IKEA. It's a little hard to see because of this, but these are boxes from IKEA. Okay. And you can see I have each one labeled. So there's like tags, medium to large ephemera, bright bits, and I have a bunch of other ones. And I'm pretty sure I'm really liking this. I am a visual person though. I do like to see things in front of me in order to be able to do things. And when it's not, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Oh, and I also found this, which was cool. I'll show you those in a sec. But I like it because you find it in the kids section at IKEA. Sorry about that, guys. But you find it in the kids section at IKEA. And I like it because it has like these 2 bigger pockets and then these 3 smaller pockets. This is perfect like for all my tags. I'm gonna start selling like bits and pieces on my website. I used to sell them on Etsy, and I closed like my Etsy shop a long time ago because I really wasn't enjoying it. And between Etsy fees and all that, I didn't know how to price things back then, all of that, I stopped selling. But so I still have some of my stuff left over. So like these are little packs of tags that you can get from my store, different sizes, but I'm going to be adding them to my website if anybody's interested. But yeah, so like this whole thing is just tags. This whole box is just tags. Here's some like giant tags in here. I kind of want one of these really big guys for the front. For that first page, not the front, I shouldn't say the front, but for that very first page where I have that pocket, I want kind of a big one. Here's the guy down the street with his motorcycle. I said I had the windows open today, so sorry about all the neighborhood noise. I'm apparently a unicorn. This isn't a die that I use. This is actually like a cut on my Cricut, so I can't just quickly cut one like that. These are all ones that I cut myself, except for this small little section right here. Some of these might look cute in there too. There's not a lot of tucky spots. These are ones that I taught a distress class for Tim Holtz for a very long time. And these are all my like class samples and stuff like that, and reminders and practice and all of that we did in class. So I kept them as background so we could do more. These some cute ones. A lot of them. There's so many tags in here. Oh, and I need one for that really long pocket. I'm hoping I have something already done. If not, I can make a quick one. I don't seem to have one already done. I thought I would. I don't really have, I also have like blank tags somewhere else, like a ton of blank tags, like these guys, someplace else. I could end up using one of these, but we'll see. This one's like more bright and vibrant, so I'm not kind of liking anything in here. These are all more vintagey type looking ones. All right, so that's right. I might use that one, but we'll see. If not, I'm just gonna make a big one. Okay, so this one is my bright bits. I'm gonna go straight for the bright ones, because a lot of the other ephemera and cut aparts and things like that that I have are all for like junk journals, so a lot of them tend to be sorry about that, guys. A lot of them tend to be like really vintagey, classic vintagey, not even vintagey, like antique-y looking instead. So it's like the really old style instead of vintage like cuteness. So there's that. Okay, so this I think is definitely the box I should have been in the first place. I'm gonna laugh if I find more. How do you swap stuff in here? See, this is why I really would like my own. Oh, I know why those were together. This is all dated stuff, like so that you can put in a calendar. I would really like my own studio where people can come over and we could just play. I think we would have a good time. Use up all these supplies. I really don't mind. Let's see. Here's some paper that we can make some tags out of. It's already cut nicely to size. These are really pretty, but not for this guy. Nice if I actually run into some more Heidi Swap in here, which there might be. These are like just game cards. Baby stuff. Here. These are definitely perfect for this. What I do is I go through and just kind of pick out what I think would be cute for this album. And there's a lot because it's perfect. Like, a lot of this is really perfect for this album. And it's so cute. And then I can just pick and choose from that. See, here's part of that inside. I try not to go too far off in the colors though. And I know a lot of those bits are in here. Love, love, love. It says retro. It doesn't quite fit that. There's no red in here. All right. Yes, there's a lot. There's so much. It's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure there's, like the other day I found a stash that I forgot I had too. That was in another box because I was working on a project. And I tend to do that a lot. I'm working on a project and I'll throw all those bits in a little box or a bag or something. And it'll be kept with that instead of back where it should be, which is in something like this. I know those are all just one type of sticker. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep sleeping. Oh, I love these little tags, but I don't have a lot of spot for tags. I don't want too many tags. For friend, like no other. These were for like sending to the place. The best is yet to come. Oh, this is the like Nomi, I forget what it is, but like the Nomi crop one or something. And then these are more, those other ones are more like if you're sending it like Happy Mail. That might be what it was. It might have been a Happy Mail set. And I think it was like for sending cards or something. I don't know. So everything's more geared to like if you sent somebody something. Okay, last one. Which I think is the one I really want. Is this one. This one I just called it large to medium ephemera. But like I said, a lot of it is more like vintagey, like this kind of vintagey in here. Not like retro vintagey. And depending on how old you are, that means different things. I'm thinking like cute 80s, 50s and up. That kind of vintagey, kitschy type of thing. I need more of that. I really wish I had more of that. I think I'm missing like a whole batch of ephemera actually. Because I thought maybe I put it in one of these boxes. And now I'm thinking I didn't. Which is kind of disappointing me. Because my choices are dwindling fast. There's some Sonali Rose in here. These are all like big strips of stuff. Oh, that one made me mad. Happiness is found here. These are like big strips of like sayings and stuff, like long ones is what I ended up putting in here. So I should have a few different things that we can use in here. That one's cute. It says to the moon and back, but that looks way too long. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking I'm missing like a whole batch of ephemera that didn't get put away because I don't see it. But I have all this other stuff. All right, this one was cute. This one says back chat. This one's I got it on clearance. It was cute. Nobody else wanted it, I guess. But it's just a bunch of little words, or little chatting, I guess you can say. It's just a bunch of label stickers. It says sarcastic commentary, sayings, everyday routines, and daily inspirations, which is kind of neat because some of them are really colorful. So let's see. Almost Iron, Bikini Wedge, Eat the Cake, Twirl Your Tutu, Oops, Almost Didn't Cry. It's kind of more, it looks like almost for journaling. But there's a bunch of little cute bits in here that I think would be cute in it. And here's some black and white. It's the same thing, just in black and white. So I might use some of that, but I think we're going to use a lot of this. And what I'm missing is like the ephemera from this and the other collection that I have, which is odd to me. And here's some, but this is all like handmade doodlebug stuff. Very odd. All right, well, we have these two for now. That should do it. Let's see what we can do with this cover. I do like this. And this. That's a Splendid, but now I need something in the middle. Let's see, because I wanted to layer, and I'm missing a bunch of ephemera to layer. I might have to do that later. The cover might wait. Let's do the inside because it's missing stuff for sure. All right, first things first, this little guy up there. They got a little bit of an ouchie. I think this is cute. There's a little camera sticker here. That should work just fine. Grab some tweezers so I'm not getting my fingerprints all over this thing. Just gonna put that in the corner, really cute. It's just a little camera. I don't like to put too much on these, so that I don't get in the way of what's there. That's kind of cute. The best is yet to come. Little thing with friends. See, if I'm going to make this for myself, then I could definitely put everything in there. What I worry about is if I'm going to sell these, I don't want to put a lot, so I end up just putting these in there so someone can decorate for themselves. But I do like to add a couple of things here or there. So, on this one, let's do perfect date. No, let's do... see what else we have in here that would be cute. I don't want to put another camera. Okay. The way these stickers are on here are kind of weird. I'm going to pull off the outside layer to make this easier for myself. I do this a lot. If I start, I always pull off this outside bit, but on this one, it's a little hard because it's not cut off anywhere. It's stapled together, so I can only get it so far. And I just pull that off. So it makes it easier to pull my stickers off. I really like this little camera. It's cute. These are my damaged ones now that I think about it. There we go. And honestly, here's what I do. Here's a little trick if you're going to sell them and you're not going to keep them. I try not to push down hard on a sticker. So if whoever gets it for some reason doesn't want that sticker, they're able to pull it up and pull it off. it probably will, this is in my head that this is going to work, but if it does, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm hoping it does for them. All right. So these could probably use something cute. I like this because it's like the little friends thing. I think it look cute right there. I'm just gonna glue that on. So unfortunately, they're not gonna have a choice about that one. It has like a Friends theme going on it for the smile. And then we have these insides. I sometimes will also include some a little roll of washi that will match it nicely. This one just says lovely day, really cute and tiny. Because it has a little bit of imperfections on here for some reason. Which kind of just look like goes like that's built in, but the other one's not. I needed a dark spot. There we go. That just says lovely day. There are some stickers, I don't know if you kind of get to know stickers, or some stickers you know are easily peeled off and other ones are not. This paper underneath might not peel off easy, but this will. I'm afraid that will kill that, but oh well. And let's choose something else there to match. Let's do remember. I try to make them as neutral as possible. So depending on, because I don't know what this book might end up being used for, I want to make it as neutral as possible. I see little bits of cleanup opportunity right here. So see, it kind of matches because they both have the same kind of little sticker on them. And this one just says smile, which is cute because it can be anything you want. We just added a very little bit of a sticker there. Put that back over. And there's a camera right there. Another camera on the other side. I think that's cute. Okay, so this is cute, I'm thinking, for right here, even though the theme of it's a little different. But I think we can change that with a sticker going down here, because there are flowers there. Thinking a cute little thing of flowers would be perfect. See, all these are cute. Yeah, see, this is perfect, like, for all of this. Whatever you want to put in here. Letters. I love these because they're already, like, clustered for you, which is neat. Here. This one has the nice yellow striping. and it just says Hello Happy right at the top. And then we can add a little flower at the bottom here. Let's see. Cute little flower at the bottom with the Hello Happy, and it will make it look like it was part of that set. Perfect. All right, so very cute. I still want something here. That's driving me nuts because it looks all cracked up. Let's see if with those strips there's any plain ones. All the plain ones I think I took already. No, we might have to break out some washi tape later for that little spot. So if you ever do like get cracks like this, like for some reason it just cracked right here. I did not like this one. I don't know if I grabbed the wrong black paper, because my black paper doesn't usually crack, and I may have gotten one that was mixed in and it cracked. But if you do get a crack, I mean, my best thing is just add some washi. Usually works out fine. Okay, this one needs something like big right here, and because I really don't like it. It's bugging me. Thinking maybe that's blended. It's too big. Hello. That's cute. Yeah, let's do that, but I think I'm gonna add a little flower cluster underneath it. I'm trying to pull off the backer paper so it's not getting my way from here on out, because I gotta put this one back because I don't want to use it. But this is not the easiest to take off because every sticker wants to come with it. And it rips really easy. The paper that these are on are so thin. It would be really great for collaging because it's very thin. But yeah. I'm hoping I don't accidentally get up something and toss it. There, now I can get that back on there. Not worrying too much. Okay. Yeah, because that one was not the right one. I'm going to check right back through this real quick. There's always a child yelling out there, so I apologize for the yelling, because I did hear that. There, that's not too bad. And then we'll just put that there. That's cute. Okay. Here we go. We can layer on the inside. You just don't want it too thick, or else, because after photos and stuff start going in, it's like way too much layering then. So we don't do it too much. All right, this part just wants to go somewhere. There. Filled in our little empty spot. These, let's do... This one just says happy, cute and small. All good things. That didn't quite go down the way I wanted it, so here you go, so you guys can see it. Sorry. I keep forgetting that the video is upside down today, and I didn't have time to fix it, so I apologize. There you go. I want it off center just a little bit, so they have plenty of room to put whatever they want, and I think it just looks cute. But very subtle and very cute. It's helping clean up these pages. It's these two pages right here that I really like this paper, but I don't think it totally goes with this. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's okay. It's probably just in my own head. It's okay. I'll leave those two like that. There, that's making me like it much better now. And I think it's finally time to cut these. We're just giving it that little dovetail in, which is really hard with this one. Go and I want to burn the edges, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is using Stop Fray on that. If you haven't used it before, instead of burning the edge, there's a thing called Stop Fray. It's this clear, very quick drying glue, and I think I have it on the other side, so I'll get it later, but it's perfect for anything that can fray because it dries really fast, it dries really clear, and you just need a teeny tiny bit, and it's perfect to keep it that way. So far we have this little guy. We'll add some washi later there, add some stickers there. This one I don't want to put a ton of stuff because there's already so much stuff on here, and I kind of want to leave these really blank for them to be able to do whatever they want with it. This one, I do want a little something. I'm thinking that's cute right there. I want to use a Splendid somewhere. That's the only one, because I want to incorporate the gold from that somewhere else. So I might not leave this one alone. That would look cute there, I'm thinking. Look right there. I want somebody to be able to put it over it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with that one. I'll figure out what I did with it. My tiny glue dots are probably buried in all this stuff. It's on top of each other right now. Yep, there they are. Okay. For that one, I'm going to put just a tiny glue dot over here. And a tiny glue dot over here. So that it's there. But if someone needs to tuck a photo underneath it, they can very easily tuck that photo just underneath here, like that. I hate that you can see it, but that's not too bad. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, and then this hello, or it's another splendid, lovely, perfect day. I kind of like this so lovely, but it's split apart. So pull it up without ripping. There we are. Just so lovely. And let's put a little leaf or butterfly. Leaf, butterfly, birds. Which one did you choose from? Hard to choose. But that's okay. I don't want another flower because it's already flowers behind it. I'm thinking I will just put a little butterfly that has just a spot of gold to it. There you go. That's super cute. Okay. And then once people start, like the way that this kind of gets a little wobbly, once they start adding things and bulking it, it'll get a little more stable. All right, this is the one. Oh, let me put that down better. I want something right there because I can just see that and it's driving me nuts. Ah, look, I think that is perfect. That'll be perfect right there. Okay. Because I think this would definitely be a perfect like little collage spot. There we are. Oh yeah, that's cute. The rest of these don't need much. I think that's going to be added in there. And flawless. There. Okay, that is where flawless will go. So there we go. So take a look here. And let's get rid of some of the clutter. Because to me, when there's so much clutter around, it's very hard to see what it really looks like to me. Okay, so we added the Flawless up here. You can see that, hopefully. Really didn't add much to these because these already have all their own thing. And we just added the hello down here just to cover up that one spot where that heart was. But I think it also just makes it really cute. It makes it pop out really nicely. And then they can collage whatever else they want on there. Close that up. Just is so lovely. The little butterfly, it's kind of collaged in almost, but it looks cute. I think it looks fine. Now we just want something on the bottom here. And just so that I can tie back in the other pages that we have. So yeah, so this is where that other heart is. We just added some of the little things here. A little tag, a little smile, a couple of just little tags here and here. We didn't really do anything here except for that one. And then we just added this to break this up and make it look a little more cohesive now. I think now it definitely looks a little more cohesive, which I really like. This I'm just going to leave alone because there's already a lot going on. And it just has a little label piece. If anything else, I think I have other stickers that are exactly this size that I might add in later. Let me just added the little Splendid here, which we left it open so you can add something in there. And then just this part. Okay, so we're just going to add this little heart. And we're just going to make this a little dovetail banner down here. That's good. I think I'm going to cut it just a little shorter right here. That's a good size. All right. But for this, I am going to glue it, but I'm only going to glue this little edge again so that if they want to tuck something underneath it, they can. I like to do just elements like that where they're not completely glued down. And I think I'm going to grab a little seal just to make it pop a little bit more. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's good. All right. I think that's it for that. It's really just cover after this, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there because we're a little over time. But I think that's cute. And see, now that that's in there, make sure that's stuck there. There's a little flip up right here so if they want to tuck something under. Like I said, sometimes I make a little label so they can label it, but there's so many other places that if they really want to label it, they can. And I'm thinking then that that means that this cover might get the plate. I always, like I said, put some sort of plate of some kind so that they can label what the book is all about. And that may actually come in the form of this guy. Just like that. And then we add some stuff down here. I think that will do it. So, actually, I need to use up some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and add this plate. All right, when it comes to putting things on the cover, by the way, I put tons of tape because that is where it's going to get touched the most. That is where you're going to get stuff moved like crazy. Whenever I can help it as well, if I'm going to put something, I try to put a whole piece of foam behind it when I'm bumping it up like this. So I get like the play foam, or the kids like craft foam, and I just cover it and then just cut around usually. So it's a solid piece, but I need to use these before they start to go bad. And once they're like on something, they won't really go bad. Well, I mean, they can, but it's going to take a while. But if you don't use them up, they just go bad on what they're on and they don't stick after that. Well, once they're solid to solid, back to back on things, they're not too bad. I'm just using these parts that I'm cutting off. There, one more. And we don't really ever know how long these things will really last, because we're probably not going to be around when they do finally wear out. Alright, here's the fun part. Pulling off all the little bits. Okay, so we've got all that pulled off. See, these are cute. Thinking these flowers are not good, but these flowers go more with this theme. There isn't a ton of them in here though, but I think this definitely goes more with the flowers that are there. So I want this up in the corner so that it peeks out behind this guy. Oops. Okay. Oh, and I know it seems like redundancy, but we add some glue. One, adding the glue will help it stay longer, but it'll also give you a little time to wiggle it around to make sure it's where you want it. And I apologize because I'm going to have to pull it near me for a second just so I can eyeball exactly where the center is. There we are. Let's see, I like it because it blends in nicely. And then I really want to put a lemon in there, but there's no lemons anywhere else. So I'm trying really hard not to. And we are going to tuck that under as far as it'll let us because of all that foam. Okay, if the foam won't let me, I am not above pulling it up a little. The yellow one, because there's such a big dot right there, I'm going to layer another one. So I can see past my big old fingers. There we go. let's see how that looks. That is looking cute. Don't be afraid to cluster your flowers. They look really cute when you cluster them up. The only thing I have to be careful with this one is that they're all very see-through. So it makes it a little bit hard to see them. But I think that's super cute. Kind of subtle, cute. And now I want to add... Is it on this book? On the other book. Yeah, I think it's the other book. One of these. So that might be like a title. And then this can be like a date. Forgive me for pulling it up, but I'm trying to make sure it's straight. All right, there we go. Oh, still looks crooked. Man, even these stickers are see-through. Oh, it's cute. There you go, see? And that is our cover. It's very, very bright looking in here, fortunately. Oops, this way. Sorry about that. There we go. So they can put their title that they want and maybe a little date, and then there's just some layered stickers and some more flowers right here. I might add a couple more things, and I'm probably most definitely going to poke some holes in here and add some charms and things before it's done. If you want to check it out later, you can check it out. If you want to grab this one for yourself after it's completely completed, I will definitely do a flip through. But if you do want to claim this book, you can always let me know. I will have it up on my website, misfitcraftermenagerie.com or misfitcrafter.com, and just head to the shop. And that's it. Thanks for joining me. If you stuck around, if you catch the replay, don't forget. Okay, so if you catch the replay, and I'm going to put this on the beginning of the video, and I don't mind if you do this, but if you go to the settings and you speed it up, if you don't want to like sit through 2 hours or 2.5 hours almost of just, you know, the decision making and all that, I will watch other people's videos and I will speed it up. No shame. I will speed it up 2 times so I can watch everything. I'm able to support the person that I really like to watch, but it'll hold my attention better. When it's live, it's fun because, you know, you get to interact and everything. Once you catch a replay, it's a little harder, but I always recommend speeding up the video. If you go to the settings, you can speed it up to whatever you want, put on some music and just watch it happen while you're playing yourself, and that's a perfect way to like support someone. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more videos and more lives, just let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. I do all kinds of crafts, like I said. It's just a little bit of everything. Thanks for watching. Bye.